This content, man. Hold on. All right, here we go. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right.
Okay. So the meme with the girl that's sitting at the desk and she's pretty much saying, like, my spirit is too big for this. Like that was so me when I seen that one day. I was like, that's me 1,000%. And I know it's a lot of us, but one day I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like, I'm broke and I make good money, but Colorado's just too expensive. And I'm like, I'm just too smart to be working for these people.
Come on.
I'm too smart to be broke. I'm just sitting here like all these things are coming to my mind? And it's like, I just got to tap in.
Come on.
Like,
Mm.
the only thing hindering me is me. So that's
Mm.
where we at. So we trying to accept things that you're not too excited to accept when you gotta look at yourself. So that's where we
I'm
at.
telling you, man. No, I'm serious. Like every time I talk, like you don't understand what this does to me. Because again, like for real, that's why I made these groups because it's their passion. They're my passions. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
like these are my passions, like entrepreneurship, fitness, poetry, freaking art. I got an art group. I got all these different groups that I have. They're literally my passion. So not knowing now that I'm about to get to talk to you about this stuff every week. Do you not like I get so freaking happy. I'm like, bro, I'm about to talk to somebody else who understands. You get it. You
Yeah.
out of all the groups, you chose to join the entrepreneurship private group. And that
Right.
you get what I'm saying? I haven't had you the first one. But you laying the foundation. So now when everyone else comes in, it starts with you, like Giselle for my fitness one. You probably see a lot more people because that's where I started first. At first, it
Mm.
was Let's Just Talk Fitness, not Let's Just Talk Trey. I was all fitness. So
Right.
and then I switched. I was like, man, I can't just keep talking about fitness. I'm an entrepreneur. I got to talk about other stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when I opened up all the other groups. So I just kind of started the other ones. So you joining this one has it makes my soul burn because I'm like, bro, I'm about to be able to talk to somebody else who understands what I'm about the 9 to 5 and sitting in something that you don't love, like that isn't a passion.
Right.
But you got to do it. But you like you yeah, like
And today I'll tell you this what I said. This is just it just goes to the same subject. Like my dad, he just retired after 33 years at the post office and I'm like job well done. But that's not going to be me. Like like he has his own business and he still went to work. He made sure the household was taken care of and all that extra good stuff, but at the same time,
you don't
I
want
would have just poured all into me. You know
to
what I mean? Like
take
because
that huge
I'm
leap, take that
yeah,
whole leap.
yeah, like I can't be doing this. It's stressful and you could be stress free. Like if I know there's gonna be stress with going and trying to pave your own way, but at the same time it's good stress.
It's stress.
It's like you make that happen. You know what I mean? Like you not that other one I posted you with the guy that says, yeah, do a good job and I'll get another Lamborghini next year. Like, yeah, you did that and you gonna get the Lamborghini, not them. It's almost like a artist and you see all these documentaries that we've seen with them coming up and them not knowing any
Not
better
knowing
and being ignorant and not having the
they
rights to
sold
their
all their
songs.
stuff to their stuff.
And the separation is the ones who knew better. Like, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming like Jermaine Dupri. Like,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he owns his stuff.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, people like that
Yeah,
had
Diddy,
somebody
Diddy.
that knew
Mm-hmm.
what to do. Like, it seemed like TLC, they wasn't making no money, but they was making a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of hits and nobody knew. We don't know. We just see what's on TV. And they're young. And, even their parents are trying to be momagers. No, you should have went and got
Mm-hmm.
somebody that knew
That
really
knew
what
what
was going on. And they playing.
exactly.
You know what I mean? They just giving y'all hotel or, oh, let me show you this jewelry or let me show you this food or you going on this airplane, but they don't have nothing to show for it
They
at the
don't
end of the
own
day.
anything. They don't own
Right.
anything.
And the other person that I admire a lot is Candy Burrs from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She had so many businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
what was she in Escape? I don't know what girl group she was in with
Yeah,
Tiny,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
she's the only one popping. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like y'all try to make a show off of her really because nobody paying attention to the rest of them. But I doubt that ain't none of my business. But all I'm saying is she got the Candy Night something. What is it? like a
Mm,
bedroom something. She just got
yeah.
so many
So many businesses.
streams of income, and her husband, like they her mama can hate on that man all day, but that man be trying to make stuff happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please, what you doing? She
Yeah.
paying your bills. You just
Yo.
sitting there commenting. Be quiet.
Oh.
And causing that girl so much stress in her marriage. But anyway, that's just family gonna be family. And I
Yeah.
just keep saying people only gonna do what you allow. So I don't care who it is.
Mm,
If you can't come at me how I want to be approached, then don't approach me.
mm,
That's
mm.
just how it's gonna be from now on.
It's so interesting that you dive into this. Like, again, I'm loving it because this whole group is about talking. So never think you talking too much. Like, it's definitely a manner in which, like you said, there are going to be sacrifices. The family, friends,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to think that either stuck up, or you,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you better, that you don't want to fit in with the crowd and do what we all
Um,
are doing because you taking this extra leap.
yeah.
You trying to
Mm-hmm.
own your own thing. Going back to what you said, ownership. Again,
Mm-hmm.
one of the people I admire real heavily is Tyler Perry. He
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
always talks about ownership, owning your own
Mm-hmm.
stuff, owning your own business, owning your own. So many people, like you said, try to work for the man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they got nothing to show for it. He's the one making all the bit, kicking back,
Right.
having
Right.
money work for him instead of him working for money type thing. Like, but you going back to your mindset, your mentality, and the memes you send me and stuff. Again, it's finding that thing that you love and then being able to make a living out of it, being able to make money out of it. That can
Right.
happen. That can
Mm-hmm.
happen. People are doing it every day.
Right. Right. Right.
You're doing it every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I really admire you and your tenacity to do whatever it takes. Again, even assuming that's why you joined the group. You
Right. Yeah.
you realize I want to be around people. I want to be around a community. I want to join something that's exactly what I made it for. People who want that.
Right. And there's this one thing that I kept telling you that inspired me, and I still it's somewhere, and I don't know if I deleted it, but I have to go find it. I know I sent it to somebody, but um, when you mentioned Tyler Perry, the other thing that like just lights a fire in me is when I see us do good. You know
Ooh.
what I mean? He put us on. Like that's what
Ooh.
I really love about
Yeah.
him. Like, and
Oh,
the fact that if you really know his story and how he was homeless and all
bruh.
that other stuff, slept out of his car, and now he just putting people on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Putting the other people on.
Taraji
Yeah.
wouldn't be as big as she was if she wasn't
Yo.
in them, you know, Diary of a Mad Black
You,
Woman
you
or
seen
all this
acrimony? You seen
Medea
acrimony?
stuff. Huh?
You
Oh
saw
yeah.
acrimony?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yo, that was a whole nother one right there. She was
Right.
good at it. She
But
was
I'm
good.
just saying,
Yeah.
there's so many people. Like if you look back, you don't even know how many people were in those movies or his plays or whatever the case it was. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just think that that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I love a lot of stuff on the Oprah channel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she doing it. She been doing it.
Oh, she
But you
been
know what I
doing
mean?
it.
Like I just love seeing us like do good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just showing our kids and them now what they can be, and also just protecting them from the media because we basically have to counteract what they see and what they hear outside of our house
Mm-hmm.
and monitor what they watch. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're right. Especially when you see us doing good, like you say, like we are a people that many people don't, or at least media, social media, or media in general, didn't necessarily portray. And then just stemming back from the roots of the country, right? America, like
yeah.
in general, that's just what it was back then, and
Mhm.
some of those roots definitely are still there. And again, having that level of tenacity to go, I'm gonna be different, I'm gonna be this or that. Like you can't say nothing now. People
Yeah.
can't say nothing now. It's you can't say nothing.
Right, right.
Every
Well, I just feel like what they put out, like, even though, like, just for example, like Love and Hip Hop.
Mhm.
We watch it and we get it. It doesn't really affect us as the rest of the world, whereas if that's all they see, that's what they think of us. So I don't really want to promote that for that's who we
Mhm.
are. That's
Mhm.
not all we are. You know what I mean? And the thing when I go find it, it was like basically mental health, talking about credit, bank accounts, talking about how to start a business, all these things. It was a list of things. I wanted to make that for us. Because who's teaching us that? And I felt like it should be implemented in high school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before they can go and decide what they're going to do,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because just to be honest, I've dated men that they might be hustling and they don't know nothing about no bank account. You know what I mean? Just ignorant
Mm-hmm.
to financial that
Mm-hmm.
if you get a regular job, you get a bank account, you get a credit card, stuff like that, they know nothing about it. And then people are very ignorant. Like my one friend, she would get a lot of money around tax time. And I tried to help her. I said, you should go and put like your phone bill and
Mm-hmm.
you're just a bill you pay every month, your utility bill on a credit card and
Yeah.
pay it off. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna shoot your credit up. She's
Yeah.
like, what I need that for? I'm like, girl, bye. So
Mm-hmm.
what you
Mm-hmm.
need it for is because the only reason I know about credit is I worked for Capital One straight out of high school for like 2 years. And
Wow.
so when my friends, when I went to get a Sprint phone, they like, oh, you can add two more lines and they got to pay a down payment. Like I had a 700 and some score at like 19. They
Wow.
had no credit. So no credit is just as bad as having bad credit because they
Credit.
don't know what credit is for them to see, do you pay your bills? That's
Yeah.
really what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't never have a late fee.
Yeah.
Ever. And
Mm-hmm.
if you do have a late fee, never go twice in a row late. If
Mm-hmm.
it's just one late fee and then you pay it by the next month, it'll never report to the credit bureau. So
Mm-hmm.
just knowing all those
All
things you
those
can be
things.
helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And making sure that like you're if you have a line of credit that you're only using a third of it,
Mm-hmm.
so then that's helping your credit versus hurting. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you use too much of your limits, then you don't have spending power. You've maxed everything out. You're really not managing your money well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going to give you any more money,
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
until you fix it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, really, people can fix their credit on their own. It's not that hard, but people don't want to take the time. So
Won't.
that's another business. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
That's another
Everything is
business.
about convenience and wanting stuff right now, and you not have to do it, and you rather pay for it. Just like me, I know how to braid and I know how to do hair, but I don't want to do my daughter's hair. I'll pay somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if it's a need, then provide it. And when you know, like other people, like let's say they do credit or they do all this stuff, my target audience is going to be zoned into us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if other people come, welcome, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's who we trying to reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 That,
So
and that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, hold on. Let me reel it back. Let me reel it back. I'm gonna reel it back just a little bit because I want people even that's gonna be hearing this and watching this to know. So again, going back to what we initially are talking about, or initially while we're even here, you joining this group, entrepreneurship, all these different aspects. You kind of spoke on why you joined. Obviously, I pointed that out as well. I want to hear from your own mouth. I want to hear from your own mouth. What
why
made you
I joined. Okay.
what made you
So
pay
I
that
feel
15?
like I'm at that point in my professional work life where I'm uncomfortable.
Mm,
And I've known for a while that I needed to start my own business, but it's just becoming more and more uncomfortable. And that's what's going to need to happen and for a change to happen. So I wanted to join just because any resource to help me,
mm,
get there,
mm,
investing in myself pretty much. That's why I wanted to join. Because what, the $15 a month, that's nothing.
mm,
You spend that on fast food, that's like what, a half of what you pay? Like going to
mm,
McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like these things where people like, I don't want to pay this or I don't want to pay that. It's going to take money to make money. So the more knowledge you have, knowledge is just as good.
mm, mm.
So yeah.
Man, you be saying the right stuff. Like where the paper at? What you reading from? You reading
I
from a
know I
script.
should write a book. I seen that girl talking. I'm like, I should write a book. No, just like
Yo, you be saying some deep, like your words be cutting. I be like, who is like seriously? You reading
like
something.
she been here before. I don't know. And I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah, yeah. You
like,
be, I mean, it touches me, and that's why I'm taken back by the fact that you would even see something I have as a
yeah,
reference, pouring into yourself. Again, as an entrepreneur, I know what I got, and I know what I'm living. But at the same time, it's still just good to hear it. It's really
yeah.
good to also hear it, to hear that somebody else sees what you're doing, sees what
Right.
trying to grow, and I appreciate that. Why entrepreneurship? Why not just a 9 to 5? Why not just do that and just be an employee? Why are you pursuing this path? Why Cynthia?
Because I know I can. I'm smart enough to do it. And as far as a 9 to 5, they can't pay me enough.
Mm.
Like, they can't pay me enough to forget my dreams.
Yo, I'm about to hang up. I'm about to hang.
Because that's pretty much what everybody else doing. I'm sorry, for real. That's what they doing. They gonna be like, okay, well, I gotta pay this and I gotta pay that, and this is a for show check, so I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna keep pushing it off and pushing it off, and then most times, if you don't find out what he put you here for and what your purpose is, then you'll be regretting what you didn't do, and most times be bitter because you didn't do it. So why? And so am I going to wait till then?
Mm,
No.
mm.
When you know you got it right now, like this showtime right now, like, yeah. So yeah, it's
Mm.
go time. Tap
So
in. Like, yeah.
tap in. I love when you say that. She be like, yo, I love when you say that. You've been saying that constantly. You be like, tap. She be like,
I
tap in.
have. Every time I say
Yeah,
something
every
to
time you
my
tap
friend real good, I be
in.
like, tap in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think I said it the other day. I think I was like, yeah, I need to tap in. I was like, hold on,
oh,
hold on.
don't play. They at my old job, they had a list on the wall of Cynthia isms. And people start saying what I be saying. They be like, why you got me saying that? Like,
Like, I think I was at the grocery store somewhere. I was somewhere. I was like, do I need to tap in? I was like, I don't say tap in a lot. Like, yo,
see,
that is it's so amazing. Like, that is so dope. That again, I love the fact that you pointed out dream. You pointed out you even said that a paycheck, in a sense, a lot of jobs or any job, from what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said that essentially they're paying you to forget your dream.
right. Because if you step off and you quit your job
Mm,
and you go out on take a leap of faith,
mm, mm.
that's hard to do.
That's hard to
That
do.
that is really hard to do.
It's hard to do.
So people, like, in general, me included, we're accepting a check to make sure the bills are paid, but that's all we're doing. I'm trying to make sure these babies don't gotta work for them. They got a choice, you know, what they want to do. Like, they not about to start from the bottom.
Mm,
Like, they gonna have, like, I'm ready to where when my credit back right, I'm gonna be putting stuff in their names for the right reasons.
mm,
Whereas I ain't gonna say us because it could be anybody. Parents putting stuff in their names for the wrong reasons because
mm,
they can't get something.
mm.
So by
Oh,
the time they 19, 20, they could buy a house. That's an investment. That's gonna be they graduation gift.
mhm,
You
mhm,
know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, they know they're not about to start from the bottom. Like, it's all for them. Like,
mm,
we should be on at the point where we're building for generations and generations to come, just like they are.
yeah,
But
you're right.
yeah, so, and I feel like there are a lot of successful Black people, and we should be helping each other. We should be teaching each other the game, period.
Mhm.
Like, why not?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And again, I love it. I love that. Again, you standing firm on your dream, your hope. You're willing to take that leap. You know what I'm saying? And what would you say to people who are like, man, I gotta, Cynthia, you don't know, I gotta pay my bills. I gotta do this. I ain't got time for dreams. I gotta make it. I gotta make
Like,
it.
it's sacrifice. I feel like I haven't planned it out all the way, but you can live a minimalist life. You don't have to go get fast food. You can sacrifice, and not to say it like this, but just to give you an example, you can eat noodles for a year and put all that money up that you wasting. Stop going on trips, stop going out, stop buying alcohol, stop smoking weed, all the stuff that you don't have to do. And
Mm.
in 2 years, you can fall back on you.
So save up so that you can take that leap. That's what you're
Right.
saying.
Right. Yeah. And where's your seed money? You know what I mean? That's your seed money. Some of it, you know?
You said seed money.
Yeah. Like
Explain that. Explain that.
like SEED, like you plant something
Mm-hmm.
and it
Mm-hmm.
grows.
Mm-hmm.
That's your seed money to start your business.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to.
And then another reason, like I can give you a list of reasons if I really sat there and thought about it. But one of the reasons is I'm tired of telling my kids no because I'm broke. When I do want to buy them something, like there's times where you don't need that. But times when I'm like, dang, I would have bought that for them. No, no, we broke. We got to eat today. You know what I'm saying? Or we got to buy groceries, or we can't get that because of this, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just that alone, I'm tired of telling them no or saying mommy broke and they all in my business. Like my guy
Mm-hmm.
talking about how much your check gonna be. Boy, if you don't go somewhere,
Yo, I can't. They be asking that. They be doing that.
my kid he's 9. My son is 9. And I was telling him I'm broke because he keep asking for stuff. And I'm like, we getting this, and then we'll worry about that when I get paid. And he's talking about how much your check gonna be. I said, stay out of grown folk business. Like, what you talking about? Like, I'm about to tell you, like, you planning my check before I get it. Boy, bye. Like, yeah, no. Yeah. They too grown. Her too. My daughter included. She's 6, and I don't know which one's worse. But
Oh,
yeah.
man. Yo, how much the check gonna be?
Like, I need to know. I need
I need
answers.
to
Like,
know.
and asked me like 5 times, and I was like, "Boy, if you ask me that question again," but yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
it's a mess. They are a mess, but yeah.
I
So I
love
don't
it.
know. I'm just ready. Like I don't know. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
this is definitely a new chapter, and a lot's about to change. Like it has to be changed for it to work.
yeah. And I think it starts here. I think it starts
Hmm.
it starts here. Like
Hmm.
it don't start in the pockets. It don't start physically. It starts here.
Hmm.
Where's your
And
mindset?
and I would, and I'm really hoping and praying that I can take like a week off just to pour in. You take a week off to go on vacation. You take a week off to, I don't know, go home for the holidays or whatever you do. I want to take a week off just to be alone and have that time that I'm giving to them to me.
I'm about to hang up. Like you're like I'm about to hang up. Like but
Right, that's what we're supposed to be talking about, you
I
know?
know, I know. I can't take it. It's like it's just so good.
Yeah. And then I mean a lot of the different things that you have sessions on or that you talk about, they tie in together.
It's like,
Like for me to elevate and be where I need to be, I definitely need the mental health thing because
mm-hmm.
we talked about how, sometimes you be ready to go left and
Yeah.
I seen who talk. I can't think of who it was, but I'll be listening to Denzel's stuff. If you ever listen to his
Mm-hmm.
YouTube motivational, those are awesome. TD
What's his
Jakes
name?
probably too.
Yeah,
But
TJ has some. Thomas,
the
what's his name?
person I
Thompson
can't
or
think of.
Thomas? He's the guy with the cap that always had a hats on, and he be
Mm-mm, I don't know who that is. But a lot of the rappers, a lot of them old school, especially, they be on point with their stuff
yeah,
too.
yeah. Nipsey Hustle, Nipsey.
Right, but I can't think of who it is. He said, I almost want to say it was like 50 Cent, but I'm not sure if I'm right. But he was like, you never see the rich person starting a fight. Like, or you know what I mean? Starting a confrontation.
Oh wow.
Think about that. Like, they don't need to talk.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like the type of person you want to be, like, just
mm.
like they tell you at work, dress for who you want to be. You know what I mean? So we preparing to be who we want to be. So how you gonna get there? So like that mental health is gonna get you there as
Mm.
far as seeing yourself, where you messing up at,
Yeah.
where you have areas of opportunity that can put you way further than you are. Like, you hindering yourself by not being your best self.
Mm, mm,
And I
mm.
be saying stuff and I don't even be meaning to say it, but it just be coming out. And that's just really what it is. Like,
I
really.
love it. I love let it come out because like because this is
Yeah.
what this is
So,
about. Mhm.
yeah. So
You
yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. I'm just like, any tools or resources that I see that can help me, I'm down. Like the fitness thing, I think that's a stress reliever.
mm,
That's
oh
something that I've been wanting to do. I almost bought two like 8 pound, I think they're called
dumbbells.
dumbbells
Yeah.
at the Ross today, and they were
Mhm.
cheap. And I was like, I'm going back and getting them. Like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do this. Just like I was telling my friend today with the recent situations, I'm like, I'm rebuilding.
Ooh,
I'm
that's a
recreating my circle.
perfect.
Like,
Mhm.
just like you talked about, that you had me thinking, like, I haven't read books in a while now, but I love them. I could read one day, as long as everybody leave me alone. But so like on a Saturday, my kids wake up late, they go do their own thing. They go outside.
I
We got
love
big
books are
backyard.
amazing. Aren't books amazing? They're so
Yeah.
amazing when you get the
So
time.
then
When you get the time. Yeah.
right. But you were like, make books your friend. Yes.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then I had this like, what is it? It's a sign, not a sign, but one of those things you buy with a saying on it, that you hang up like a
Yeah.
decoration.
Decoration. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly. Yeah.
it was like, I can't even remember, but I know it's probably at my mama's house or something because I moved
Mhm.
back home for like 8 months.
Yeah.
But it was like the quiet time or silence, um, basically, where you can hear God pretty much. I can't even say the saying
Yeah, I
right
get what
now,
you're saying.
but
I get what you're saying.
basically create those spaces where you feel comfortable. Create those groups where you could be you and you could show up as you every day. And you don't gotta be watered down, you know? Like with my sister, I was watered down me just so the kids could be cool. But now I don't care about the kids being cool because the kids know us, they old enough. When my mom and them come, they can take the kids. Y'all have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of not being my full self to make other people happy. And then what, I get the short end of the stick. Oh, it had like muted the call.
Yeah.
Got a phone call. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know who all how what the group is like right now, or but I have so many ideas that I'm like, which one first?
Mm.
And I kind of know which two are gonna be first.
In terms of what you're gonna in terms of what your businesses.
Yes.
Come on, talk
Mhm.
about them because that's where I wanted to go. Like, what you think?
Okay, so um the H&R Block tax class, I want to do taxes. And then so I want to teach us about taxes and just um, making us financially knowledgeable and knowing what options are out there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just so you're aware and then you don't mess up and then find out later, oh, I got to come back and fix all this.
Yeah.
No, we don't have, it's so easy. You don't have to do that,
Hmm. Hmm.
So just start them off right. That's what I'm saying, like high schools, before
Yeah.
they go
Exactly.
out and mess up their credit.
Mhm.
And then I Colorado, I want to buy a house. I've been wanting to buy a house for however long ever I've thought of it.
Mhm.
And there's just no way I'm buying in Colorado now.
Yeah.
And Omaha is cheaper. So I
Mhm.
want to go to Omaha, buy a house,
Mhm.
rent it out as an Airbnb, let
Okay.
it pay for itself, let it pay for a house in Colorado. I might buy a house. It don't really matter what state the house in.
Okay.
If
Exactly.
it's cheap, and I stayed in an Airbnb. They pay you, or
They
they charge you
they
for the
charge you.
cleaner,
Yeah.
and they ain't gotta be there. So I'm trying to be one of them people that's calling another person. Like, I just called to try to check on the house for rent. The
You
person
trying to
talk
be
about,
that
I'm out of
person.
town, but such and
Exactly.
such gonna be there. I'm trying to be the one on the other end of the line. I'm trying to be out of town and send somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then I've thought of ideas of low maintenance, like a laundromat.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah. Car
I
wash.
watched somebody on, yep, a car wash was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one that they said, which is a guy on Facebook, I have to look him up. Um, he said, um, assisted living facilities is where it's at. Like them was the three. And it
Mm,
was one you would have never thought of. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but yeah, that's what he said. And storage units.
mm,
Like having a storage facility.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all that. So yeah.
Mm,
Like I'm pretty sure the assisted living one is more involved, but he said like you know how people just
mhm.
don't know
Yeah,
how profitable a market could be, you
yeah.
know? You don't do your research.
Especially when
Yeah,
there's a need. Going back to what
right.
you said, there's a need for it. So you're providing. Again, the money is. I making money is awesome, but when you're doing it behind a passion, or a thing that people need, that
Hmm.
makes that makes it that much more. You find yourself actually making more money because you end up loving it, and you end up putting more time into it, and you end up
Hmm.
doing it. You end up taking care of it, which provides more value, which increases the money.